It is Erin or Gimme Yarn 418, and I am here with Thank God It's Finished. It's a little sunny, but I wanted to sit outside because it's supposed to start raining this afternoon, and I thought you might be able to see things a little better, but I can't really tell because I'm kind of squinting in the camera. Contemplated wearing sunglasses, but I thought that was probably counterproductive, so I don't think anybody will mind seeing my eyes squinting and my table's rocking. Lovely. So, I have a few things to show you this week. This week was pretty good. I'm uneventful, busy but uneventful, which I'll take. Mia is about the same. Dewey is barking in the house. We are we are 3 weeks away from getting our new puppy. 3 weeks in a couple days, which is really exciting. I can't wait to share him with you guys. And that's about it. So why don't I get right into it? We'll start with finished objects. I have a basket next to me here. The first thing I finished were Kristen's socks. She called them toes in the water. They're knit out of they're in the window there. They are knit out of lollipop yarn in the Tranquility color. I did the vanilla bean socks, I think that's what they're called, with a fish lips kiss heel. I knit them from the cuff down, and I knit the heel with the opposite side of the ball. So those are done, and Kristen loves them. The other thing I finished, if you haven't noticed already, is I finished my hero. There you go. I love how this came out, and this is by far, they can't see you. Dewey's dancing in the window. This is by far the most impressive thing to myself I think I've knit. And I will be right back. So yes, my hero is done. I love it. I knit this out of Wool of the Andes Superwash, which I'm pleasantly surprised with the yarn, and it was a great pattern. As I said, I did not do the waist shaping. I did the first time I knit it, and I didn't do the turned hem. They just weren't for me, and I also added about 1 inch to 1.5 inches in length. And I should have thought about my allergies before I came out here, because now I'm getting ready to sneeze. But that's okay. It's beautiful outside. We actually noticed we have green grass today. So that's all my finished objects. I do have 2 works in progress. The first is another pair of socks. I did not cast on birthday socks like I had hoped to. I decided to do these first because these were what I had up next. This is Online Super Sock 100. It has aloe vera and jojoba in it. Jojoba oil, I'm assuming. And it's 75% virgin wool, superwash, and 25% polyamide. It's just like a grayscale. And I just barely got started. I drove Kristen to a work meeting yesterday, and this is what I worked on while I sat in the car. Well, I drove with Kristen. There you go. Her work meetings are far away, so she likes to have the company. And the other thing I am working on is actually out of some of the yarn that Kristen purchased for me for my birthday. And the pattern was gifted to me by Dawn from the Wolf Farms podcast. So just looking for a good picture. This is just the schematic, so I think this will be okay to show. It's the Rocky Coast cardigan. It's really beautiful. It's done on a larger needle, so it's airier, which is nice. And it's uber cabled, which I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm not strong at cables, but I'm not confident with cables. I have to use a cable needle every single time, which I forgot to bring those out here, but that's okay. I got some new cable needles. Maybe there's one in here. No. I got new cable needles, which I love at Webb's. So it's a little more time consuming for me because I'm not quite as confident as I probably could be. And I just realized I dropped a stitch. Please stand by. I am knitting this out of Cascade 220, and Webb's called it the Stonewash color. I have separated for the sleeves, And my goal this week, oops, I can't see anymore. This is how far I've gotten. It fits really well. See all those cables? I love it. It's so squishy soft. The pattern, now, this is, I don't know much about ease. I know that positive ease, I don't know. I kind of tried to look it up. So it says that it's to be worn with 4 to 6 inches of positive ease, and now I'm wondering if I knit a size too small. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm knitting it with four extra inches. So I'm knitting the size 42. This is a size 48. So I'm hoping I have that correct. I tried it on and it seems to fit well. I don't quite, I can't wrap my brain around the whole idea of ease. But it did say that this skinny mini model was wearing it in a size 40, which is the next size up from the smallest. So I figured going up one size would accommodate that ease that I needed. I'm hoping I'm correct. Stay tuned. We'll find out. Maybe if somebody knows, they can tell me. I think I did it correctly. So I've gotten that much. I'm on my second skein of yarn. My goal is to have the body finished to the ribbing and cast off so that I can, all I have left is the sleeves and the collar and the button, it's not a button band, but the bands for the video next week. So Rocky Coast cardigan, it's a great pattern. It's a lot of fun. I have to concentrate, but there's nothing wrong with that. And yes, there are a lot of pearls in that, but that's okay. The next thing I wanted to say was I wanted to say a couple thank yous. Many of you gifted me patterns for my birthday, which was so uber sweet. Not necessary, but I really did appreciate it. And Zelda NRJ3 sent me a gift card to Starbucks, so thank you to Z. Margaret Olander, Bruno, Dumper Stomp, Bobby, XX Country Girl 1983, I believe, XX sent me a pattern, and Dawn, Knit and Wolf from the Wolf Farms podcast all sent me patterns. Oh, and Juanita, Dale Kwan sent me a pattern. So thank you so much. I really appreciate them, and I already have things all lined up for those. So that brings me to the next thing, which is probably what you're all waiting for, which was my stash enhancement. I got sweater yarn for 3.5 sweaters, which I'll explain in a second, and one miscellaneous skein for a hat for Kristen. So I'll show you that first. This is Universal Yarn Classic Worsted Tapestry. It's a worsted weight. It's 80% acrylic, 20% wool, and it's washable. Kristen can't have 100% non-superwash wool, so this is what I got, and the color is taupe tones. So I'm kind of assuming it's going to stripe. So I got one skein of that. I also got yarn to make the Boston Strong and the Wicked Strong hat. They're pay for patterns on Ravelry. They are already up on my project pages. And for that, I got Cascade 220 in a blue and a yellow. This is lemon, I know, and I can't remember what this is called, but it is on my project page. So I got one skein of yellow and 2 skeins of blue so I could make one Boston Strong hat and one Wicked Strong hat. And I'm going to send those down to some friends in Boston, back home. The next thing I got was the yarn I'm actually using to make the Rocky Coast cardigan. I got 7 skeins of Cascade 220 in this blue color. As I said, it was called Stonewash. I think it's 7 or 8. I think I got 7. So I've already started using that. And another thing, this is something I was planning on buying. Pardon Molly. She's outside with me. I got 2 skeins of Cascade Yarn Ecological Wool. This is a bulky yarn and it has 478 yards in it. And I got this to make the owls pullover. Molly, sit down. Don't be fresh. Thank you. So there's that. Sorry about that banging. She just doesn't understand. Wait. Oh, let's see if there's anything in here. Oh, some other little things I got. I got the jumbo locking stitch markers because I can't get them around here. I got some Sew On Googly Eyes because they were only 50 cents a pair, and don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And at Joann's here, they're $1.99 a pair. So I got some of those. I got some buttons for a sweater I'm going to make. And then I picked up a few pins. Whoa! To go up on my pin board. I never met a fiber I didn't love. Let's work on that. Molly, stop it! And then this one. Either you love sheep or you're wrong. Molly. This I got for a friend of mine too, but it's already been delivered. I'd rather be knitting. Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. I'd knit that. And then, because there was a special where if you bought so many, the price was a little bit less expensive. I got just two sheep. Now Kristen's trying to lure Molly in. Okay, I had to go back inside to let Molly in anyway, so I grabbed the cable needles. These are the cable needles I got. And they're pretty cool because for me, who's not very skilled at knitting cables, has little ridges so my yarn doesn't slip off. I could imagine it could get annoying, but for me, it's working out very, very well. And these were $4.99, so that's not too bad. And I got a little bit more yarn. I said I got 3.5 sweaters worth of yarn. Well, I had this yarn, which is Cascade 220, that I bought last year for a sweater that I ended up ripping out. It was the Hohaloha, I think it was called. It wasn't for me. But I didn't have enough to knit the sweater I wanted to, which is, I want to knit this sweater, which is called Tea and with Jam and Bread. I'm not going to knit it with stripes like that. I'm going to do a different type of stripes. So to go with that, I needed another color. So I picked up this ash, I think they called this ash gray to go with it, and I thought those would look good. I'm going to do thicker stripes of green with thinner stripes of gray. Do you think that'll look good? I got 4 skeins of that. So that'll be nice. And last but not least, something I did not anticipate purchasing was Northampton Sport. This was only I want to say like $2.50 a skein, which is a steal. It is 100% wool. It's not superwash. The color is Lake Heather. There it is. I don't know if you'll be able to see. I'm going to make the Emily Henley. I think that's what it's called. And that's what I bought these buttons for, but I don't really like them with it now. So I got a bunch of those. Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 skeins of this for $22. And you'll see me doing math. So it was less than $4 a skein, which is great. It's a great deal. So $22 for a sweater. That includes tax. So I think that's it. Yep, that's not it. That's a lot. I got immensely spoiled for my birthday. I had a great time. I will confess, I am headed back down to Webb's in May with a friend of mine, who's also my dance teacher, to go to the tent sale. Kristen has asked me to go with her because we want to do something nice for her, and I have to be there or she won't. We want to do something for her, and I have to be able to be able to pull it off. So when I do go, there is only one one project I will be purchasing for, and that is to make Kristen a hero for next winter. I'm going to make hers out of Cascade 220 Superwash. That's on sale down there, and I already have one skein for one of the colors that I need. So I'll just need to get the main color and the two contrasting colors, and that shouldn't be too expensive, and that will be breaking my spending freeze. And I don't want to justify it, but the yarn is on sale for something like, I don't know if it's $9.50 or $8.50 or $7.50, but at my LYS it's $12 a skein plus tax. So it's significantly less money. That's the only justification I have. And I'll be able to... The other thing is that my local yarn shop, I can only get 2 skeins per lot. So it's pretty difficult to purchase for a sweater. So I apologize for the table shaking. I think that's about all I have. I did want to mention that the KALCAL LAL for socks, the sock along ends next week. So if you have some socks, try and get them finished. Make sure if you do have socks finished, you get your picture posted in the finished objects thread. There was talk of a prize being donated. I'm not sure if that is going to happen for this along. But I will be drawing for prizes for that, depending on how many entries there are. So go and do that. I don't have introductions this week. Next week will be probably my last week for doing on-camera introductions for everybody that introduced themselves. It's just, I always forget. So I'm going to try and be more present on that board and respond to people personally instead, which might be better, and then we can actually get to know each other a little better. And last but finally not least, after 2 weeks off for myself, I know other people have had them, I will be hosting a TGIF hangout tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you want to come and join us. I will update with a link in the description below. It will also be on my Google+. It will also be linked on the Ravelry board. And I invite you all to come and join us and hang out, sit, knit, crochet, drink some coffee, loom knit, just chat, do nothing, just hang out. It's a lot of fun, and I've missed it the last 2 weeks, and I look forward to seeing everybody there. So that's all I have, and I hope everybody's doing really great, and until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.